Alrighty, today is June 19th, 2014, Thursday, and I am doing a water change. Well, not really a water change, but I'm adding water to it because it evaporates out pretty quickly, as you can see. I usually keep the water just below this pipe right here. You don't want it touching the pipe because it won't siphon correctly, but I usually have about maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches below it. But right now, it's well below it. I can't even touch it with my fingers. And it evaporated that much in just a week. So I just wanted to show you what I do when I change the water. I have a paint bucket from Home Depot. I believe it's, 5 gallons. And fill it up. And I add this to it. But this is really pretty strong. It's Ammonia Detox that you're supposed to use on fish tanks that have some severe problems, because you add 1 teaspoon per 20 gallons of tap water to remove up to 1 ppm of ammonia, 6 ppm of chlorine, and 3 ppm of chloramine. But yeah, anyways, I add 1 teaspoon, or not really 1 teaspoon, it's just a cap full of this into there. It's probably too much, but I've done it several times and it doesn't seem to really hurt the fish or anything. But anyways, I put it in there and I wait an hour. Right now it is 7:20, so yeah, it'll be ready by 8:20. Oh, and if you're doing aquaponics or trying to add fish in an aquarium or whatever, I wouldn't recommend buying this. I would just get a regular dechlorinator, which you get at Petco, PetSmart, or anywhere that sells fish. And every time you change water or I add water, I try to add some more nitrifying bacteria to it. Not a whole lot, but just a little to replace any that might be lost. But before I add any to it, I'm gonna check the ppms of the water just to make sure, see what it's at, since I haven't checked it in a while. I just got the water sample in there and added the drops to it. This is gonna be about 5 minutes until I can get an accurate measurement. Alright, so lucky for you, you don't have to wait 5 minutes because I can pause. But can you see it? It's so bright it's hard to see, but if you trust me, it's around 0.25. You can see it. So it'll be fine to add some more nitrifying bacteria, and I already got it measured out. It's 1.5 teaspoons. Don't need much. And actually, let's see, the pump is on. No, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna pour it in here right now. And then we just pour the water in after the hour's been up. Also today, I'm gonna remove this tobacco plant and I'm gonna transplant into some soil for a friend that wants one. They've gotten so big. I put them in there whenever I started the system, just to have a plant growing to help soak up all the ammonia out of the water to save the fish so they wouldn't die. But it's just getting too big and I want edible plants in here. And the pepper plant's doing really weird. It's got some yellow leaves down there at the bottom, and then the leaves on the top act like they've been over fertilized, almost like a chemical burn, but I haven't had any chemicals on it. I started it in all organic soil and then put it in here, and it's getting the same amount everything else is getting. Everything else looks perfectly healthy. So I'm not sure what's going on with it, and it's really short, but it's already budding and making flowers, so hopefully we'll have some kind of pepper. But yeah, it's time to take this guy out, and oh, don't want to take out that plant with it. Oh, dang. Okay, so what I do is, it's hard to do this one-handed, but try to go in on the sides and get beneath the roots, and then push up on the plants from the bottom, so that way not to tear any roots off. It's got some nice little healthy roots on there. Yeah, and this will be a little present for my friend Ian once I get it into some soil and it recovers. And cover this back up. Stones down there. The spinach is pathetic right there, but yeah, that makes quite a bit more room for some other things to grow. And it's almost time to add the water. And now we got it in the soil. Just got to give it a little bit of water, and the leaves will get extremely droopy, just like this one did over here, but it's bounced back. It took it a week, but that's the first one I took out of the aquaponic system, and it's been in the soil, like I said, for probably a little over a week or so now. Or no, it's well been over a week, because we, no, sorry, it has been about a week, but it's doing really well. And I just watered the little tobacco plant I just transplanted. You can see all the water running down the porch. But I'm gonna add a couple of drops of this rapid start from General Hydroponics to it, just for good measure. Maybe it'll help it out a little bit. I also cloned some kratom plants today, and I added a couple drops to the water as well, so hopefully it'll help them get started. You're supposed to use a teaspoon per, I believe, 5 or 10 gallons, so you don't need much. Just a couple drops. Less is always more. You don't want to overdo it and over fertilize plants, do more harm. Okay, it's been an hour, so the temperature should be good for the fish, and the chemicals should be out. Just testing it. Yeah, should be good. Alright, and I just added the water. And see if I can show you. Oh, it's really hard to tell, but it's about an inch away. You can kind of see the reflection of the pipe in the water. So yeah, that evaporates pretty quickly actually. And I don't know if it's actually all evaporation, because it seems to be, the water seems to be disappearing quicker than it used to, but I just use some common sense. All the plants are getting a little bit bigger, so maybe it's just getting absorbed too. So, yep, that's it for today.